Welcome, everybody. Hello, everybody. Just coming in. Anybody there yet? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. No one's there yet. Come on in. Sit down. Sit down. Bob, get out of here. Sit down. Come on in. Where's everybody? There we go. Keep going. I don't want it in here. Well, she can stay there, so she be quiet. Whoop. No one coming in? No one going out? Got my coffee. A little hair sticking out. Got itchy nose. I always have an itchy nose, don't I? Crazy. It's all the dryness. Yeah. We're just waiting a bit, seeing if anybody's going to come on in, join me this morning. Otherwise, I'm just going to get started. Just going to do a little reading. It's October 1st, Rabbit. So, welcome. Welcome. All right. It was great fun last night. So, on the little pub crawl that we did last night, it was a lot of fun. Just connecting, coming together, it was just great. And, a little bit of ghostliness. So, yes, we did. One even said grandson, grandchild. When I mentioned your name. Came up on that little device. So, all right. So, hello, everyone. So, what is October? Well, I was going to do a thing that said Days of Our Lives or something like that because it's going to be such a crazy soap opera month for us all, and we want to stay out of the drama, that's for sure. This month is going to be a busy month. So, a few things that we have going at the Guru Mama House. We have the tarot class that's coming in. That's this Saturday, October 7th. Now, on the 7th, 8th, 9th, on the 10th in the evening, we're going to have journal writing. So we're going to do journal impromptu writing, and I'm going to do that. It's going to be a draw. I don't know. I was thinking about a drop in, but I want people committed to doing it. So we're going to be doing that on Monday evening, and each little thing I'm doing is about $17 for the tarot class, $15 for the I might for the journal class. Journal class is interesting because I have so many different ideas for it. Not only to do a like to start with a gratitude journal class, just starting to write your journal, to learning how to use different fonts with your journal if you want to do something online, or if you want to start experimenting with doing different types of writing and things like that. So it's so many different things come to me with the tarot, with the journal class. So we have that. Then I'm off to Manville that weekend. So we're off to Manville. So if anybody's in the Manville area or Lloydminster area or Vegreville or any of that area, I will be at I'll be in Manville, and you can get a hold of Shine, Vicky Marshall, and I will be there. I'll be doing a ghost walk. I think I'm doing a ghost walk, or I'm doing something Friday night with ghosts. That's what I'm doing. So I'm doing something. I never know what I'm doing until I get there. And Vicky says, "You're doing this." I'm like, "Okay, let's go do it." And then doing readings on Saturday, and then off I'm running. And if anybody's in the area that needs a house cleansing and stuff too, I'll be there to do the house cleansing. So we also have, what else do we have going on? We're going to be doing oracle card reading and doing some oracle cards. And there's so many different oracle cards out there. Um and we were talking about a few of them last night that the girls use, and yeah, so it's quite interesting how many different oracle cards that are out there, because oracle cards are so much for a lot of people, they're a lot easier to read, and they're just and even to design, because they're your own design, right? It's not like the tarot. So we'll be doing an oracle class as well. Plus, what else are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing another ghost walk this month. So I want to do a ghost walk, and we're going to start, and we're going to do it on a Sunday, and we're going to do it on a Sunday during the day. So and that's probably going to be, I gotta look at my calendar because I have the dates. So I have a lot of different, like, I have all these great things that I want to be doing, and going into November too, right? So we want to do quite a few different little things. So we want to do the little ghost walk probably Sunday afternoon. We'll see. I was thinking on the 15th, if not the 15th, for sure the 22nd, because on the 29th, we'll be meeting your ancestors. So that'll be my little connection of people wanting to come in to meet your ancestors. So we'll be having that on the 29th. Um, and doing the oracle class will be on the, we could do the oracle class. Yeah, we could probably we'll see between the Oracle class and that too, because I want to throw in the Oracle class. I'm thinking of the Oracle class even being a couple nights, like doing it one evening. So the Oracles, I think, would be awesome in it for an evening class as well. So doing it in an evening class. So we have a few things that are coming up for you, not only in October but also in November, and just getting you ready on doing some intuition classes, house cleansings, uh, a lot of different little witchy things. I might even do a little crafty thing, which I'll probably do it on here, like just do it on one of my lives, and I'll do a little crafty thing on making witches balls and little fun things that you could start doing for your Christmas and making for Christmas too. So I'm going to be doing little things like that. I just want to start enjoying and having fun and doing what I do. So lots of things coming in for October and November, and it's helped to keeping you active, because it's just, the energies will try and sway you this way and that way, and I feel it's best to really focus on what is important for you and how you want to do that. And my whole thing is that I want to devise a very spiritual based place as usual, and bring in lots of things to do with spirituality, with funness, with the different things to do with Samhain and the winter solstice and Jewel and all of that fun stuff, and the things that you can do, and the other different celebrations that come up in between that some people may not even know about, like St. Nicholas Day and stuff like that. And just different fun celebrations along with the new moon and full moon. So There you go. So I'm hoping everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. I'm a wee bit tired today from being out on my escapades last night. Escapades. I don't go out very often, but going to the two pubs that we did. We went to Cat and the Fiddle, and then we went to the Kensington pub. Each totally had totally different energies. Cat and the Fiddle was we talked to the waitress, and she usually closes up at night, and she hates to go downstairs because she has to go downstairs. Downstairs was the crematorium, and they also, they had the crematorium downstairs. That's where they embalmed the bodies, because it used to be a funeral home, right? So they did the bodies embalming. That's where the big doorways are still down there, where they used to bring the bodies in and stuff. And then there was the lift has been closed off, but there was a lift to bring the bodies and the car and the um up for prayers and different funeral services as well. So that was very cool last night. Mandy brought on her phone there, it's kind of like a voice box, and it was picking up different different information that came in. And one funny thing that happened was I mentioned my grandson's name. I didn't say it was my grandson, but I said we talked about Mateus, and it said grandchild. So that was kind of freaky. So that was kind of cool. So we had that was not bad feeling, the Cat and the Fiddle. It was very all sort of opened. I explained where my uncle was, because my uncle's prayers were there, and where you would enter and stuff, and things like that. So we had that, and then we went down to Kensington. Now it was raining, and I really wanted to go for a walk around Kensington, but the rain was coming down. It was like, not really great thing to go for a walk when it's raining like that. What I what we did is that we went into the Kensington pub. Now we had a choice of either sitting downstairs or upstairs. Me, what do I do? No, we're going upstairs because I know there's stuff upstairs. So we went upstairs, and it was very, they could feel it. They could feel the heaviness and stuff as soon as they went up there. Now, the Kensington pub used to be a boarding house. It was a private home at one time. There was a duplex, and it sort of took over the side of the duplex. And so it's been a few things. I think it was a post office, or used as a post office at one time as well. There's a lot of energy of coming and going in there as well. Um, the upstairs was originally, like, it was a loft, it was a bedroom. So I always pick up somebody up there sleeping, and it was in their bedroom and stuff that was there. Um, the downstairs bathroom was really creepy because you had to go downstairs into the bathroom, and the stairs are kind of like, so it keeps you on your toes. So that was the pub there. And after a while, it kind of lifted a bit of the energies, but it was still quite heavy type of energies that was more in Kensington. Now, for me, Kensington has always felt a little bit heavier than other areas in town. Inglewood's pretty, yeah, it gets the little craziness, but Inglewood has the river that's right there. Even though Kensington and Calgary here does have the river that's not too far away, but just a totally different vibration. Kensington used to have names of the streets were named after, like Sussex and Renfrew and things like that, which are very British. So people who moved over from the UK, that's where these streets were named after. So it had a few, it's gone through a lot of renovations, Kensington and the area. On where the residential is, there's still a lot of the original houses, and there's some houses there that are about 100 years old. Some of them are a lot older, some of them about 150 years old on the residential side, and people have fixed them up and things. So the energy of the area is quite can be quite intense, quite heavy. I don't live far from Kensington. Um, we also have the hospice, which is in that area as well. So we have that the hospice that is there. Uh, Sate is not far from there, which is right by the hospice as well. We also have the women's hospital. It used to be the women's hospital that's down in the Kensington area, which had a lot of like there was abortions and stuff that were done within that hospital, and a lot of other things went on in the hospital. It's a hospital, but the hospital's been revamped, and they have different like little clinics throughout the hospital now, and it's not used as a hospital anymore. It's used as more of a clinic area. So and that has some, weird kind of vibes too. So all of that vibrations kind of goes through the whole area, per se. Um, so it's kind of a weird. It's very charming, very, old, English feel area, Kensington, and then you can go into the Inglewood area. We didn't do that, but the thing is like when you start walking around your own place, your own town, it's amazing the energies that you can pick up and that you feel. Many times when I, love to go into different places, like, when I go to Manville or even other little towns in around the area, um, just what I pick up, not necessarily knowing any of the history and stuff of the place yet, but I can pick up different things like there's a fire, there was something here, there's something there, things along that line. Um, or where there's, where places where there was a lot of either suicides or hanging or, things along that line. Um, can sort of pick up and sense those types of things as I walk around in different areas. And it's interesting if you sort of like when you get those weird creepy feelings when you're walking around, it's honoring those weird creepy feelings. Like, where is that coming from? Why am I feeling that way? Calling in your angels. Like, I always have Archangel Michael. I'll call in my team of angels to come over and watch over me and guide me as I'm doing these things, and making sure that, like this morning, cleansed, cleared, did some saging, have a candle lit, and just allowing for the real beautiful positive energy. Did a wonderful meditation this morning. So things like that, are quite important to do, after you do anything like, any ghostly haunts and stuff like that. At least for me, it's important to do. So it was a lot of fun, and I do want to do a few more. And it's not only just to sort of get the feel of the place, but also get some of the history, because it's quite remarkable when you start looking around either your city or your town at how it was built, who came in there, why did they come in here and build, what was that, what was that draw for them to come to this place, um and to live and to have a family and things along that line. So it was quite it's quite interesting, when you start getting into the history, and then you can really start feeling the vibrations and things like typhoid that went through Calgary, tuberculosis that went through Calgary, and it was devastating at those times. I mean, those were like horrific times. People would die within hours of having it. There was tuberculosis hospitals. There was a tuberculosis um, hospice place for people that were kind of recovery or hoping recovery places throughout Calgary too. So those that energy's there as well. And you'll find that in your different places that you live, different towns, you'll find that they have these areas that, oh, okay, well, tuberculosis or this disease or this went through our town very rapidly. And back then, a lot of times they didn't have proper sewage facilities, water, things like that. So, and medical care as well. I mean, so things, when people got sick, they got sick very quickly. It's like I had, for my grandmother, a couple children died at a very young age of influenza, which is, yes, people still die of influenza today, but it was quite, um, more prevalent back then of children dying of influenza, and I put it down a lot of times it had to do with cleanliness and the Victorian age and the Edwardian age. I mean, they painted their walls with lead paint and asbestos and things like that. So there's some, and their dresses too. You got to think of the dresses and the boots that they would wear, and the roads weren't properly paved, so there was horse shit everywhere. because that was the main mode of transportation. So you'd be walking around and your dress would be picking up stuff and it would be coming into the house and things like that because women wore long skirts and long dresses. So all of these kinds of things, of the history and the things that were built and the people, it's just I find it utterly fascinating. That's the other reason why I just love things like astrology and that, because there's a history with it. There's this energy that's with it that tells you when it was here and it does this, this is what happens, and we can show you throughout time. We have different things like that have happened with it, and it's really really cool to be getting to look at that, and look at things like that. So anyways, as I'm babbling on here, letting you guys know different things that are going on and stuff, let's pull some cards. Let's pull some cards. My grandson has basketball today, so we have to take him to basketball. Mama's kind of tired. Don't feel like going to too many places today. Yeah, and things like that do wear me out a bit, a lot more than they used to. Guess that's age. So I'm going to be entering into a new decade soon. Woo! That's going to be interesting. I'm going to embrace this. It's going to be the best new decade, one of the best decades ever that I'm going to be stepping into. It's going to be so much fun. A lot different than the last decade, that's for sure. So let's pull some cards and let's see. Mm, five. Oh, we got two cards that came in. Oh, so okay. First, we're going to go with the Five of Swords. So we have the Five of Swords that's coming in. So the Five of Swords, really, when it is, it's a hard one. The Five of Swords is, somebody's winning, somebody's losing, right? So when you have the Five of Swords, you have it that it's not an upbeat, happy sort of kind of um energy of it. You have one guy who seems to have won it all. Like he has it where he's got that smug look on his face. And it's not a good omen because it might signify a failure, a change, or walking away. Something's happening. There's tension, there's conflict. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So there's tension and something happening in with the energy. So there's something that's coming in that's not feeling very upright, and the Nine of Cups reversed is really not giving us where it's our hopes and dreams may not feel positive. Our hopes and dreams might not be feeling what we want. So this is primarily to do with a communication, a sense of disappointment, and dissatisfaction. So we have something to do with dissatisfaction that's coming in with the energies that are around us, not feeling sort of upbeat, wanting to have it. So we're going to be feeling our, ultimate goal in order to feel a sense of purpose is we're having to rediscover a sense of purpose. We're having to rediscover a part of ourselves because there's things that we had to walk away from. We had to leave. We were not in alignment with it anymore. So we're moving to something different. And as we're moving to something different, yeah, there's going to be some conflict. So we got conflict. Oh my God, double five. So it is a change. So big changes are on the way. And this is a collective reading, so we have big changes that are coming in. And the thing is that the conflict is mainly, I'm going to say, an internal struggle conflict that you might be having. Um, and because all the sticks are up in the air and not everybody's fighting, but there is something that is not allowing you to be within that truth of who you are, be in that true authentic self of who you are. There's tension, so you're feeling that tension, you're feeling you had to walk away, you have to make some changes, you have to do some redirection, and you're feeling that intensity, and the overall is like everything's going to happen extremely swiftly. So the changes in the walk away and everything that's moving is going to happen in extremely fast paced energy. And the fast paced energy is going to really, come in because it is the page. He's coming in. He's new. It's a new energy that's coming in, that's coming to greet us, that is going to help us to bring in some clarity, make us, look at some new decisions that we have to do and how we are able to put those steps down. So October is really going to be bringing us some newness. It's going to be really taking us, for I'm going to say for a loop. It's going to have us really look at the things that we're doing and the directions that we want to take within our own lives. And ultimately, everything is going to happen extremely quickly this month, especially with Mercury going forward. We know that there's going to be some conflict, and we're going to have to take some redirection and really look at what we need to look at, and how we're walking away from this conflict. And some of the walking away is not, we're not exactly happy about it, but we got to do it. And that reminds me, because on October 21st and 22nd, how could I forget, is the Vision Board virtual retreat. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I was hesitating on that date. So on the 21st and 22nd is that visual retreat, and it is recorded. So if you can't make it the one day, definitely you can make it the second day. There's a huge workbook that goes with this, and to help you along in creating your vision board and creating what it is. And it's, it I feel like there's just things that we are going to have to walk away from this month, and it is going to cause us a little bit of a struggle in how we're going to walk away. Let's see if there's clarity. We do it, it's going to bring us some happiness. There's happiness in it, but it's the initiating start of doing it, because the Four of Wands is like, there is a celebration. There's something there that's going to come in for celebrating. What kind of celebration? Ooh, okay. These guys keep coming up reverse. So it's really taking our time with it, because the celebration can be there, but we got to be able to do a redirection in how we are going to do it. And the King of Cups comes in, and he's going to be there's going to be a little bit of frustration when it comes to our direction and where we want to go. So as I said, October is a soap opera month. It is days of our lives. Things are going to be a little bit crazy, and we have to be within our own truth and our own authenticity, and the direction that we want to go into. So there you go. You guys have a great day. We got to get ready and get going. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. If you want a reading, get a hold of me. Go to maryjunetracy.com. Whew! Want to sign up to any of the courses? Just let me know, and we will put your name down. So have a blessed one, everybody. Bye-bye. Talk to you.